Let's make this fucking team livery, sire. Alright, so team base livery for the team is going to be a red. Color code for that is 3800 or 40s FF. That's what it looks like. Leave up there for a bit. Back out, and first thing you're going to do is you're going to have a square panel to the left or left and right of the car, so make sure you symmetry it. I'm not sure what the buttons are for Xbox, but I am doing this on PlayStation, so when you copy this off, it's going to be easy. This livery should fit on every single car you have. So let's do this. Next thing you're going to add is you're going to scroll all the way across. I'm not sure where you find it on PC, I know some consoles the exact same. You're going to scroll all the way to missile. You're going to grab the dents. I call them fades, but they are technically dents in the car, or supposed to be a decal for dents, but once you've done that, you can put this however you want. It doesn't matter where you put it or how you put it. I say go for a purple or a pink. So go to this pink here, scroll 3 down to that one, just to give you guys a base idea. Here's the color code for it. Put it in a gloss so it's darker than usual. It doesn't have that kind of basic freaking plastic kind of look that the basic color scheme gives off. Once you've done that, you're then going to add another one, but it's the first one, so it's the first dented one, so obviously when you go back onto it, it's not this one, it's the first one you go into in missile, the very first decal. And you go into, you're going to copy it, obviously click on it and then copy it, rotate it upside down so you don't get the same kind of look, or to whatever angle so you don't get the same look from it on both sides. Make that purple. Here's the color code for that purple that you can see on the screen. I'll leave it up there, so 5E0080FF. Alright, if you just want to get it done quicker, which I suggest using the half circles, so it's just old technique that I used to do things with. So what we're going to do is we're going to place one circle on here in the color of the red. Nothing spectacular, just make sure it's covering the red. It doesn't matter if it overlaps that line of the door, it's supposed to do that. I want it to do that. You can layer it however you want in terms of order wise, it doesn't matter as long as it's done, as long as it's layered the way you want it to be layered. Both sides. Sorry, I always forget symmetry, but make sure you always symmetry your work, always symmetry everything so you know what you're doing. Some decals may come off a bit booky, but you ain't gonna worry about it too much. But as long as your symmetry are ready to go, you ain't going by 9 out. So let's get the cover-ups done. So by cover-ups I mean just gonna like patch in or fix in a couple of things that should be filled in to make the car look like it's actually presentable, so everyone don't see the mistakes on what you've done. So do your cover-ups in different sections so you don't lose track of what you've done. That's what I like to do in terms of when I'm making liveries. It makes life easier and also manageable. I haven't got a mouse unfortunately, so I can't necessarily zoom in. If you can zoom in and you have a mouse, then I say use that, because I can't see how close I'm putting this stuff and how far I'm putting it. So it's covered, doesn't layer too much. Be careful, make sure it doesn't layer over onto any angle of the car, because some body kits of the car has this weird effect where it makes it look like there's something very wrong with it, and there isn't, so be careful with that. Now what you want to do is you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom, so just between the last purple layer you put and the red layer, you're going to press square. You're then going to go to fades, or a fade, whatever you get. I usually get this fade from this one, this top side, because it's the best one for me. It's the one I usually use for all my decals, all my designs that everyone knows about, sees on my Instagram. This is the one I use for mine. It comes in very handy. If you really want to push it, I say red. I want to go with red. Give it a little bit of a faded off look, so like it's coming onto the car more than away from the car. So I say pick red, and then you're just literally going to symmetry it You can symmetry it, but you also copy it and then put the red onto this side as well, onto the car, so it looks like it's fading away and fading onto the car. So symmetry that, symmetry those both. So now this is where a lot more covering jobs is going to have to be coming handy, but luckily we did a lot of patch ups earlier on. So let's go over white chrome. Easy, simple white chrome. Simple white chrome. Hover over, just pull the circle out a little bit. You're gonna go underneath everyone, copy one, and then go to back out, and then go into the one that's below, make it a bit larger than usual, and then it should look something like that. A little bit. There we go. So it fades off. Better. There you go. Fuck that. Let's go over white pinstripe. Now I'm not the best with pinstripes, I'll be honest with you. I am not the best. I just want to put that out there, make that very clear. But yeah, that's what the pinstripe should look like on the bottom of the white. Make sure you cover that back part as well. I should have done that. Let me just do that right now. This, yada yada dee, yada yada die, yada 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 die. Alright, cool. Covered. Bow. Next to this one right here, scroll right, and this way you should find it. If you're on PC, I'm not sure where it's. Then blacked out, and we're gonna go and get my trusty best friend of all the decals I use. I use this one the most. You want to stretch out a slight little bit. You want to stretch it underneath. Black. Then gonna copy it, and then just copy one and put it underneath like so, like that, so it looks something like that. From the end, find it. Second row, scroll back twice. It's right. Go back into this list. You'll find this decal. This decal you find at the very last, very last of the flower decal on the second row. Decal is very good, very nice to use if you know how to use it with other shapes and stuff. Make it work. That's what it should look like on the other side. Now I'm gonna go to the front of the car. I'm gonna put this decal here. Make it a bit smaller. I don't need to make it too large. Depending on what your car is and what car you're going off of, it will depend on how large some of these decals will be. But that's fine. Like I said, it comes down to what you want to do and how you want to place everything. So I'm gonna go back to my trusty friend. I'm gonna call it this from now on because this is the decal I use the most. Yeah, let's do it like that. Just leave that there. Nice symmetry, everything. Yeah, I have symmetry there. Where are you? Right, this. I hate that my remote is broken. No, not sorry, keep being ghost. Thank you very much. And then we are going to get you because I don't want the. So this decal, when it's stretched out, it has a weird kind of thing where the lines aren't attached to each other, so they can, if you put anything underneath it, it can be very see-through. As you can see. Ish. Now I know what kind of custom look would look so on point in that space. I'm not going to. Yeah, there you go. Let's do this. Like so, and that's what it should look like. Now what we're gonna do, just so you can see, we're just gonna fade the black. So it's like that. So it's a box, a clear box, and the word inside. In terms of the box itself, we're gonna have a black trimming. I'd say add white to it. Yeah, a white and black trimming, like so. Obviously, got so that's the first one. Anything else now, the only thing that's gonna have letter wise is either if you want to put your name on the back of it or the no decorum. The rest of it should just all be sponsors from what CarX give you. Now sponsor placement, there's not going to be too much on this because I want this to be more of a livery you can see more than what is being shown. So there's usually going to be less sponsors on this, more showing off the livery. So from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 down from the top of the yellow. That's where it's going to be. For the secondary color, you can just have it as pink, just to match the gradient of the. Sorry, pardon me. Match the gradient of the outline of the decal. That's on the side of the car as it is. Make sure you symmetry everything. Let me go back and get that yellow because I forgot to. What's it called? Like so. Like that. Let's put that in black. And this one's just going to be yellow because there's no secondary color for it. Let's symmetry that. Let's use symmetry everything. On the other side, it should look like that. Because if you even the projection in this game is very weird. I find it very off-putting. I go and grab this decal from the CX section. Just symmetry the two, like so. Decent size, decent width away from each other. Right, like so. Yes, so once you have that, that's the back window, like so. You're gonna come to the front. Right now, this is my favorite. I'd say probably my top 5. Like top 5 decals is Problem Officer. And question marks with it. Put down the bright orange, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 oranges, scroll down. So in orange, scroll down 6. And that's where you find it. And then you're gonna go to the mono. So I'm gonna go with this one in terms of following the flow of the way he's done. Put down a lighter grey, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4 down from black, all the shades, and then put down the lighter grey like so, as you can see. Bob's your uncle, clean cut. I'm gonna add my number, that I like. Corner my window. You don't have to if you don't want to, but this is my number. Oh, 09. Black underneath it. To give it a 3D kind of effect, like it's coming forward. And DECORUM along the bottom, just like so. You can see it. And boom. There you have it. No DECORUM livery.
Fuck that nigga gone. Dummy got clapped for the shit he was on. If you see me,